Here is the demo of our Office CRM management software. I will show you the overview of the software first. So what are all the options we have, how it exactly works, etc., etc. So initially we will provide a online cloud-based portal with username and password. You can log in. Here what you are seeing is the main dashboard. Okay, so this is the master account. So from here, you can create employees and there are more options. I will show you one by one. So the leads, clients, HR. So under this HR option, you will get options to add employees and manage the leaves. Assign shift option. You can also add designation and departments, appreciations. And under the work segment, we have options to create contract, project, task. And finance, you will have the option to create proposals, invoices, and you can take a note of all the payment related things and credit note. You can add all your bank account details here. Next, products and orders. So in this order option, like whatever the orders so far completed, you can have a list of that. This ticket option you can send to your customers so they can raise the ticket, so you can see it in the dashboard and resolve. Next, events. So what are all the upcoming events? You can add those event details here so the employers can see all the upcoming events. Messages, so you can communicate with your employers, and the notice board option, you can add any informations here. Next, here the knowledge base. Here you can add the product information so the whenever it is needed, your employers can use it. And reports. Here you can see all the entire report of the sales, task, finance, employers leave, attendance, etc., etc. And here settings. So for each and every option, you will have a detailed settings. So you can customize the settings whenever needed. So now I'm going to show all the options in detail. So first let's move on to the HR option. So let's add one employer, the employer name, details. Here you can add all the details manually and save it. So you can create your employer by adding all the details manually, or you can invite an employee. You just have to create one link using this option and you have to share this link to your staff and they will create their login by themselves. So I have created a link. Just I have to copy this link. Let me open it in a new browser. And let me open it in a new browser so it will work. Yeah. So here I will get an option to sign up myself. I have to add my name, email address and the password for my login and sign up. So once I signed up, here in my main dashboard, I can see that employer details. And then next, if I want to change any details or if I have to assign any permission for that particular employee, so I have to choose that employee. Now I have chosen this employee and here I will see all the details of their employee and I can see the permission option. From here, I can assign permissions for my staff. Like what are the options that can be seen in their employer portal, what should be hidden. All the options I can assign here. See? So here, whatever the options I have assigned, that only I can see in my employer portal. This is my employer portal. Say for example, Now let me change one option. Say for example, this client option. So now if I select all, I can see this client option in my employer portal, staff portal. If I select none, I cannot see this client option in my staff portal. See, I can view, I can update, I can delete. And if you want even more options, you can see an option called more. So when you click over there, you can see multiple options. So you can customize each and every subcategories also. Okay. So completely you can decide what they have to see, what they don't have to see. So in this way, you can assign the permissions for your staff. Next option is leave. Sorry, designation. So here I can add all the designation details here. Like there will be multiple designation and department like HR, sales, marketing, etc. So I can add the department and designation. Next, attendance. So here I can see the attendance report of my staffs. So how many days they present, how many days they were absent, and how many days they were late, etc., etc. And this is shift. So there will be multiple shifts in our office, like morning shift, evening shift, night shift, etc. So you can create multiple shift and add the shift to your employers. To create a shift, you have to go to settings and you have to go to attendance settings. And here, employee shift. So I can create a new shift, or if you want to edit an existing shift, you can also edit shift name and the starting time, ending time, and the details. And what are all the shift date and time. Okay, so once a shift is created, you can go to the option assign bulk shift, and here you can select the department, employee, and you can assign the shift either by date or you can select the entire month. Yes. So once a shift is selected for a particular employee, it will be assigned. And this is holiday. So like Sunday is the default holiday. So you can set up a default holidays also and you can add the monthly holidays as well. So the date and the occasion, and you can select the department and designations. So those particular employees, the holidays will be assigned. The default holiday like Sunday or any other days of your month. So that you can assign as a default holiday. So you don't have to select it every time. And appreciation. So here the whatever appreciation you are adding, so in your staff portal, it will be displayed under the appreciations. So they can see their list of their appreciation in their staff portal. So you can assign that to any employee and then save it. So you can see that under the appreciation. Once it is saved to the particular staff, you can see that. The next option is leads. So you can start creating the leads using this option. So whenever you speak with any customer, you can add their contact as a lead. So here you have to add the name of the contact, the email ID, and other details, like whatever the details you want to store, you can enter those details and save it. And here when you click on this, here the source of the lead, you can add multiple source. And you can add the added by and who is the owner of the lead. So all these details. Here the additional details of that particular lead. If needed, you can add, or else you can just simply add the name and number, email address, the basic details alone. So once added all the details, you can save the lead. Okay. So now the lead has been saved. Next, you can create deals under this lead option. You can select the contact and deal name, and either initial contact or whatever the stages of that particular deal and the amount. And you can assign a closing date for this particular lead. And the deal category, you can assign this particular contact to any of your staff using this option. You can select the agent and save. Now the deal has been saved. So your staff to whom you have assigned this deal, in that portal they can see this deal. Yeah. Under the deal option, they can see this particular lead which has been assigned to them. So here I can change the status of the lead according to the situation. So now after sending the proposal, I can change it to the proposal sent. So in the main dashboard, in the master panel also, so you can see that particular lead status as proposal sent. So once it is completed, you can also select bin or generated. So whatever the lead status. So whatever you are making changes to the particular deal, the assigned staff can see all those. Next, clients. So once a lead is generated, you have to save all the client details here in this client option with the proper details of the customer. The mobile number, the company name, and the category of the business. So that it will be easy for you to export the client details as an Excel file. So you will get all the details like the company name, number, address, GST number. So it will be easy for you to access this client data in future. So whenever you have a requirement to create invoice or to check the status of this customer, it will be useful. So we have an option to export. So it will get exported as a Excel file. Now work. Moving on with this work option, here we have options to create projects and tasks. So to add a project, just give a short code of the project, project name, project starting date, and the deadline. So you can also select, if there is no deadline for the project, there is a checkbox over there. So you can add the category of the project and the department. And you can also select the customer. This is important. You have to select the client. You can add the notes of that particular project. Once added, you can save the project. Now the project is saved. So here also you have the options to change the status of the project. Yes, now in my staff portal also, I can see that particular project details. And I can start working on the project. I can also edit the status. Only if it is assigned by my master. Like if I have an option to edit, I can edit. So that customization also you can provide to your staff. And here, add a task. So you can add a task and assign it to the staff. Yes. And the description. Now a task have been created. So in my staff portal, I can see the task. Here I have the timer also. So when I click on this task, automatically the timer will be started. So you can have a track of how much time I spent for this task. So for each task, you can have a timesheet. Like for this particular task, this employee have spent this much time. So if you have any hourly working hourly working employees, this option will be useful. So you can know how much hours they have spent on this particular task. So here, once it is done, you can also change the status of the particular task, whether it is completed or it is on process, etc. So here I can see the details of the task. When it is created, start time, due time, and other notes. If I have saved any notes for this particular task, I can see it. And the history, like when the timer started, when the timer stopped. And under the timesheet, I can see. So for this particular task, how much time spent, starting time and the ending time. Next, finance option. So in this finance option, I can create proposal. If I have to send any proposal, I have to go to this finance option and start creating the proposal. The deal and the validity date. So you just have to select the product and quantity pricing and the notes. So how long this proposal will be valid, or any other important notes regarding the terms of payment and terms and conditions, etc. So say, and you can download this proposal as a PDF also. And now the PDF have been downloaded. So you can send this PDF to the customer. So creating a proposal within seconds. You can use the CRM. Next option is invoices. So as the same way you created the proposal, you can also create invoice by adding the details and selecting the product. Next, payment. So you can add so far whatever the payments you have received, you can add all the payment details here and save it, so that you will know how much payments have been received and spent overall. We have both payment and expenses. So expenses, you can also save it so that you know how much you spend in a month. And you can add your bank account details. Like if you have 2 to 3 bank accounts, you can add the details over here. Next option is products. So whatever the products you can add all the product details here along with the pricing. So whenever you're creating any proposal or any orders or invoices, it will be useful. You just have to select the product. So now I'm adding one product with the pricing. You can add product category. So it's not mandatory to add everything. So whatever details is mandatory, you can add, or else you can ignore. Here you can select either with the tax or without tax. So now one product has been added. Now orders. So you can create, like whenever you have completed an order, so you can add that order details here, the order number and the name of the order and the product and the status. So you can have a track of overall sales amount, like in this month how much sales we got. So all these details you can get only if you create an order. Next, tickets. So you can create a ticket form and share it with your customers so that whenever they have any queries or something, using the link they can raise a ticket. So here is how you can generate a ticket form. Create a ticket form, and here you can have a link of the ticket. You just have to copy the link and use it. That's it. Now let me open it in a new browser. Yeah. Here, I have to fill the name, email ID, subject of my ticket, and the ticket description. Priority of your ticket, and then the team. So yeah, now the ticket is created successfully. So I can see the ticket on my main dashboard. Yeah. So here I can also change the status. Once after resolved, you can change the status to resolved. Next, now events. So here in this event, you can add any particular event that you want to display in your staff portal. So whatever the events is going to happen in this month or in this year, so all the special event details you can add it over here. So everyone can know like what are all the upcoming events in this month, so they can be prepared for that. So date and the timing, when it starts and when it ends. And here you can select the department and the employee details also. So to whom it should get displayed, etc. And then you can save. Once it is saved, the particular employees or staffs can see those event details. So this is how the event option works. Next, messages. So here in this option, you can create a conversation with your staff. Like if you want to tell them any important works or something, you can you can start a conversation in this message option. So once it is sent, in the staff portal, they can see that you have messaged them. So they can also write a message in written. So communication with your staff is not a problem in our CRM. So this is notice board where you can add any information so that your staffs can see. Next option is report. So here you can see all the reports in detail like task report, the time log of your staff, like how much time they worked in a day for your task, particular task. And the finance report, leave report, how many of them are present and absent. And their attendance report. And the expenses report, like how much you spent, and the deal report. So what are the deals have been created so far? So those kind of reports. So overall, you can see all the reports from the CRM. The sales report, how much sales amount have been collected in this month. Next, settings. So this is the setting option where you can have all the option settings. So whatever the options you want to assign to your staff and whatever the options you want to customize, each and every settings you can enable in this setting option. So this is our CRM. Hope you have liked. If you have any other queries from the CRM, you can contact us also. Thank you.